eight, ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Inside, it's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Turner. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Hit right back to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Snags it, and he's open. Past the 30, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run it to the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Taylor wants to throw it. Caught. Breaks into the open. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early.
Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. From the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They just keep firing. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Slips through the line. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Quarterback keeper. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And wings it incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Working that left side now. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. The RPO, it's complete. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need some.
There's some room. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Unloads quickly. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope. Great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Calls his own number. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panther!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Taylor wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Pulls it on the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Turner. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Turner. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Pitt pushing the pace.
I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. They're dealing with a second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Caught behind the line. It's Turner. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Taylor wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Evans. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. They'll go with Bothwell. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently nowadays going forward on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. He gets away. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Taylor wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like, they take a deep shot, they try it short, they've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Mississippi State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency, but either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for me, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On the direct snap, it's Robinson. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
There's a lot of ways to run the football. You can do it conventionally, handing it off. You can do it with the QB run. How about getting the wide receiver involved, though, on the reverse? Perfectly executed. He's able to get to the outside. That's a really nice gain for the offense.
Right 53. Right 53. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wideout. They'll try the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Here's a little room there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Running inside, it's Turner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking left. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Taylor wants to throw it. The screen, he can go. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Mississippi State going up tempo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
they snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the first through the air. Right on the money. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Taylor wants to throw. Pressure coming. Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Bulldogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Somehow they fought all the way back, headed to one-possession game.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick. David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick it onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. And they almost did, throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. So here we are on fourth down in this field goal. Dialed up the fake. He's looking to throw. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3.
And I like aggressiveness, but sometimes it does backfire and work against you. You got the lead. You can add to the lead here. But now the defense gets the big stop on the fake field goal, and now they got some momentum. Let's see what they can do with it.
Here's a throw downfield late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Mississippi. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, Dave Paul again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, Coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The run inside. It's Lacey. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Lacey. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it past the stick, slides to avoid the hit, and the drive stays alive with a 4th down conversion.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. Thrust that arm out. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haas. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Picks up the first down. Finding some room. Touchdown, Rebels! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
That keeps the score. Ole Miss 6, Mississippi State 0. Number 17, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Mississippi. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Now on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll send the back in motion. Makes the grab in their space. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Taylor wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll move the wide receiver. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Got the quick pass. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Manning. Moving out to the right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Arch is going to throw for it. He's got his man. At the 35, he's loose. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Manning. Lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. Off to the races. And he scores! Touchdown, Longhorns!
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe some room here. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this run.
He's going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give it to Flock. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Might be looking to run. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They boot it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Madness. There's some pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to throw, it's Manning. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the big throw. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Hand off for Brown. Plows through the defense. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Arch to throw. Got his man on the right. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Third down from the gun, Manning. It's complete to the left. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short, and you've got to think on offense. You've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Art's going to spin it again. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. How about the tight end showing the athleticism and diving to make that grab?
It's so nice as a quarterback, Reese.
There he goes. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
To throw, Manning. It's complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. QB draw.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. The official says no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the option. Keeps it on first down. On the move at the 30. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The give on the counter. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. A false start gives them a little extra work to do here on 2nd and 11. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Trying to run, it's Brown. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Taylor wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fakes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The keeper on the option. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
On the option. Now the toss. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Might have a chance. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Oh, and that is a backbreaker for the offense. You're trying to drive down the field here in the second half to keep this thing close, and you cough it up. And not just that, David. It's a defensive touchdown now, starting to blow this game open.
So starting to get some separation, and here's the thing about this defense, man. It's one thing to create turnovers and to create extra possessions. This is another thing to know what to do with it when you get it. And they scoop it, had a plan, look at them running all the way to the house and add to their lead.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Gets open down the middle. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. They'll run for it. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Here comes the heat. Open space at the 25. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
it's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. Mississippi State right back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Bluff Bothwell again. Hard running there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Taylor wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Speeding down the left side. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. Lots of conversations going on both sidelines to put together a strategy. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to Fluff. Gain of 2 on the play. Sets up 3rd and 8.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Spits it out to the back. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
And that one's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Dumps it to the back. This time he's got his man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 44, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Black 14, red,
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Runs through the tackle. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.